What time is it? It's 3:20.
Nothing is greater than drinking like 3 beverages at a time. Wait, there's one more. 3 beverages at a time. Just because you can. It's just like a power move. Like, yeah, I can pour myself 3 beverages and they all have a very specific purpose. On that note, let's get started. Hello, my name is Sylvia. Welcome to Cripple Media, and today we are trying to cook. Emphasis on trying. Now, if the average 20-year-old told you that they did not attain the basic fundamental cooking skills to know how to scramble egg, I feel like that would be generally kind of a concerning fact. Which is why I'm a little concerned to film this video. It was like this general childhood milestone of learning these fundamental cooking skills that I never really got to because cooking has always been very physically strenuous on me. But you know, I will do anything for Cripple Media, even if it means physically exerting myself, my least favorite activity. I have a disability, a neuromuscular disability to be exact, which means that my muscles are weaker than the average person. So the muscles that I was born with are the muscles that I got. They've gotten me this far, and you know, they're holding on. They're holding on for dear life, but they're holding on. This means that I really require assistance for most basic household tasks, like doing my laundry and like cleaning and cooking. So while I can cook, I really require assistance for most things. I'm very much like a sous chef rather than the main chef. Head chef? Top chef? Just the chef. I'm the sous chef. I'm never the chef. But today that's changing because during quarantine, I realized that if my mother or assistant or somebody prepares all the ingredients and gets out all the utensils and appliances that I need to cook, I can independently make scrambled eggs. Which may not be that exciting to you, but is incredibly exciting to me as someone that before this was never able to cook for myself without someone else being physically there helping me throughout the process. And yes, it means that I need to plan ahead of time because like I today said, hey mom, I want to cook scrambled eggs. Can you get the stuff out for me? Versus it's not just like on a whim. She has to get the things beforehand, or she has to be here to physically get them out. But still, she's not in the room with me right now and I'm about to cook scrambled eggs, which is that's a power move if you ask me, okay? Making scrambled eggs independently is my new measure of maturity for myself. Although I have discovered that I can do this, I've only scrambled eggs by myself like once or twice. So I would not say that I'm confident in my ability to do so competently, which is why I'm definitely a little nervous to do this today. And like, I don't know, I feel like I'm just gonna do something wrong, but you know, I will embarrass myself for the sake of sharing this with you because there are a few things that I wouldn't embarrass myself for, and Cripple Media obviously I'd embarrass myself for Cripple Media. Like there's no better reason. Okay, let's stop talking. Let's start scrambling. If that's, yes, scramble. Time to scramble. Let's get scrambled. Okay. Oh wait. Okay, we are ready to begin the cooking portion of this video. My favorite thing about being home is the fact that I can drink as much liquid as I please. Wait. Okay. If you're not sure why that's a luxury for me, you clearly did not watch my PMAT video and I'm offended. You should go watch that after this video. There is nothing more satisfying than drinking 3 beverages at once just because you can, okay? And they all serve a different purpose. Will I finish them all? Not so sure. Will I take 8 hours drinking them and refuse to let anyone throw them away? Yeah, that sounds about right. That is what I'll do. And I will do it with no qualms giving. So let's do a little drink haul as I whisk. Not enough cheese. First I have my Celsius, my favorite energy drink. It is 3 o'clock. Do I really need this? No. Do I like seeing what my body does when on caffeine? Yes. My, you guessed it, electrolyte water, favorite thing in the whole world, will be drinking this every day, all my life. Third, my festive tea in my festive mug. This is specifically Twinings Christmas tea, a seasonal tea that is my favorite in the whole world, that I can only get in the winter. And afterwards, I spend all year thinking about it and then just wait. If I'm smart, I stock up ahead of time, but it's really expensive to order it in the spring, like from like the tea black market. You have to spend like $20 on a box of tea, and like, I love my Twinings Christmas tea, but I don't know if I love it that much. So if you are ever thinking of like a gift to get me, Twinings Christmas tea. Doesn't matter what time it is, it tastes like heaven all year round, okay? All year round. Just take my word for it. Or get it yourself. Or get it and give it to me. Either, anything you do, I will be happy. Okay, eggs are scrambled but not cooked. Now, let's move over to the toaster. Hello, welcome to my red toaster, because my mom's favorite thing in the world is to buy red appliances. Don't ask me why. I have elevated my chair a little bit because it does that, because my wheelchair is effing cool. Shout out to my insurance. And I am now going to toast this bread and take it from bread to toast. It's a cool transformation. My favorite thing about filming these videos is that right now I definitely should be working on my final paper for my sociology class. Clearly I'm not doing that right now. I'm waiting for my toast to be ready. And you know, usually when I procrastinate, I feel kind of guilty, you know, like, you know, I'm getting an education, I should be like, this should be my priority, I should always be like trying my hardest as I try my hardest. But Cripple Media is so important, so it's like, oh, I don't have time to feel guilty for not doing my work, because clearly this toast here is for a good cause. Because it's for my YouTube video, which is for Cripple Media, which is for a good cause. So there's no room for guilt in my life right now for making this video and not writing my paper. And really, that just makes my life better. My life is great because I'm not writing my paper, and instead I'm just waiting for this piece of toast. Nothing could be better. Oh. That's unsanitary, but I'm the one eating it, so it's okay. Okay, great. Time to get cooking. Pro tip, I find that when I do scramble my eggs, using these tiny miniature skillet thingies makes it much easier because they are way less heavy, and I, with my weak little arms, can move them. Ooh, I don't want to get burned. Oh wait, I didn't put oil. All right, so while I cook these eggs, or scramble them, if you will, I want to share an embarrassing story with you, because embarrassing stories are really my strong suit. I find that I'm really, really good at that. So Friday was International Day of Persons with Disabilities. I know that name, don't even get me started. And you know, I was at the dining hall, eating my lunch, feeling superior because it's my day, if you will. And there's this guy, oh, that was hot. There's this guy at the table near me on the phone, and I hear him talking about something. And before you say that I was eavesdropping, okay, no one else was in the dining hall, okay? I didn't mean to eavesdrop. It's just hard to tune someone out when it's all you can hear and I had no headphones on, okay? So don't come for me. Anyways, I may or may not have overheard him say something. And at first I'm not really paying attention to him, but then I hear him say what I, at that time, believed to be something like wearing, like the mask mandates are silly, and that there aren't that many people at my college that are high risk, so like the mask mandates don't really make that much sense. And so as I'm hearing this, oh maybe this is too high, that's why. As I'm hearing this, I'm getting like kind of upset, because it's like, I am someone that's high risk, and I think the mask mandates, a lot of people at my school don't take the mask mandates that seriously, and kind of have these ideas, and it really bothers me because it just makes, it targets me and other disabled people and makes it seem like our lives are less valuable. So I'm getting really heated about it, especially like any other day, but it's International Day of Persons with Disabilities. Like, come on man, like not today. And I'm eating my lunch, you know, angrily talking to myself about how this is messed up. Kind of psyching myself up to go talk to him because obviously that's a good idea. So I march on over to him, like ready to like teach him a lesson. And you know, remember, he's on the phone, so he has to like get off the phone to talk to me about this. Like, he doesn't, I don't know this person. He pauses his phone call and like looks at me really confused, and I'm like, you know, when you have to use like anti-mask rhetoric and kind of like say things that say that like it's silly to use mask mandates and really like puts us at risk, and masks are really just to keep everyone safe, and it's really harmful, and I as someone that's high risk like feel really offended by this comment. And like I'm like, yeah, like this is so good of me, like I'm really like doing my public service by really telling him, like really sticking it to him. And he looks at me and he's like, I think you misunderstood, like I think wearing masks are good, like I'm pro-mask. I want to keep everyone safe. It's important to keep our community safe. And when he says that, I just melt. I just become a puddle of embarrassment on the floor, and I like apologize and try to make some joke out of it, and I just like scurry away with my tail between my legs, so incredibly mortified that I will never show my face in that dining hall again. You know, that's really what I get for jumping to conclusions and really trying to stick it to someone when I do not have all of the information. So let this be a lesson that it is better not to jump to conclusions, and that even though telling someone off can seem like a really good idea, it's not always a really good idea, and sometimes leaves you mortified, to say the least. Now, when I was telling you that story, I overcooked my eggs, but I think it was worth it because that was a good story, and I hope that you got some joy out of my mortification. I'm gonna go eat my over-scrambled, over-burnt eggs, and I will see you next time. I should go probably work on the final that I said I was gonna do 4 days ago. Yeah, so thank you for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that it brought you something. I don't know what to bring you, but I hope it brought it to you. And yeah, you should make sure to follow Cripple Media on all social media platforms. You should follow me because I'm pretty cool in my opinion. And I also make YouTube videos not only for Cripple Media, but for myself. So you should do that. Information will be in the description below. Have a fabulous day, and yes, thank you for watching.